Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in, it has always been. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for them. If you're watching us right now, you're just a few steps behind to take the decision to start your own entrepreneurial journey. Stay tuned because in today's webinar, we are excited to introduce you a tea heritage brand from Sri Lanka called Tea Avenue. Tea Avenue is a Sri Lankan cafe brand that celebrates the country's rich tea heritage. Started back in 2014 by the De Silva family, who have been in the tea business for over 4 generations. The brand quickly became a favorite place for people in Colombo to relax over a perfect cup of Ceylon tea. The cafes are cozy with mix of heritage and modern vibes, serving the hand-baked teas, specifically the drinks and the comfort foods like waffle, burger, and breakfast dishes. Today, Tea Avenue is going global, expanding into India with outlets planned all across top cities in India, and also aiming worldwide to more than 200 cafes by 2030. Their mission is simple: to bring authentic Ceylon tea culture into modern and everyday life. To talk more about this, I'm joined with the founder and the managing director himself, Sajeev De Silva. We also have Jivaka, who's the CEO of this brand, along with Munif Mohammed. He is the head of operations. Gehini is the marketing manager. Nazir Latif, who's our IFC partner in Sri Lanka, along with Miss Sonia Chaudhary. She's the managing director of franchise in India, and Rahul Sharma, who's the vice president sales from franchise in the side. But before we talk more about the brand and explore the business opportunity, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also will have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business. My request is to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. We will take all those questions once the presentation is over. But before we welcome Sajeev De Silva and the team, I would request Sonia, ma'am, to take the lead and to set the perspective. Over to you.
So much, Bharat. And friends, a very good afternoon to you. And like Bharat said, today we are bringing to you one of the most iconic opportunities in the cafe and a very prestigious brand, which is Tea Avenue, which is rooted in the four-generation legacy of the De Silva family, who actually specializes in tea blending since the last 90 years. And we at Franchise India and Fan Global, I would say, very proud to partner with Tea Avenue and very excited as we also announce our partnership to grow the footprint of Tea Avenue in India with like-minded entrepreneurs who believe in our values and culture. I take this opportunity of also welcoming the founder himself, Mr. Sanjeev De Silva, who is the managing director and founder, and also Mr. Jivaka, who is the CEO of Tea Avenue. And friend Sajeev is the fourth generation tea entrepreneur who actually continues his family's storied heritage in Sri Lanka's very large tea industry. And it is a brand from the family who founded in Colombo about 11 years back. And it's a mission which is inspired by very simple family rituals, which I'll also let Sanjeev talk about, like Sunday front porch tea sessions to offer the same comforting and I would say most thoughtfully brewed tea in a very calm, warm, and very inviting settings like Tea Avenue. And it is a brand which is actually positioned as a premium tea cafe, which highlights Sri Lanka's identity as one of the world's top tea exporters in the world, and also positions itself as the first modern tea cafe brand from Sri Lanka, which is built around the prestige of Ceylon tea over the last four generations. And the family has upheld and evolved the Sri Lanka's tea heritage. And the most important part, I would say, if you look at India as an opportunity, today we have a lot of brands, both Indian companies, largely, if I talk about the segment, the tea segment, it is largely led by local entrepreneurs and local players whose larger focus is a very big mass market, which is quick service chai models. Tea Avenue is not in that space. So Tea Avenue is carving a very premium space, but while it is premium, it is very, very inclusive, right? So we have a large target audience, very experiential warm spaces, which are designed keeping in focus the brand's ambience, which I would say is a blend of a lot of heritage, which they bring for the last 90 years. And at the same time, it has a very perfect blend of a modern cafe vibe, which fits in the aspirational lifestyle consumer that we are targeting in India. And we have built a very interesting model for India. And there are three formats that we'll talk about, as we take you through the presentation. But before we get there, I also request Sanjeev, if you would like to talk about, your journey as the founder and, how we started the business. And we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, friends, for joining us. I'll request all of you to please stay back. We have a presentation that we'll take you through. We'll talk about the business model. And Rahul, you see on the screen, is heading the project for us in India, and he will also share his coordinates. Anyone who wants to get in touch with the one-to-one meetings will be happy to also meet with you in person. But one very important thing, while we're looking at a very aggressive expansion, but the most important aspect is qualifying the right partners for us. I think that has been extremely critical and crucial. While money is something which a lot of people come with, and a lot of people who are passionate about food businesses, but for us to qualify a partner is very, very important, his profile. So if you want to reach out to us, we will request that you share your profile in detail with us. We line up one-to-one meetings and maybe initial virtual call. And once we qualify the profile, we'll send it to our parent company in Sri Lanka for a second stage process. So Sanjeev, over to you.
Hello, so my name is Sajiv. I'm the founder of Tea Avenue. And we, as Sonia mentioned, in the fourth generation of being in this tea industry, where my great grandfather and grandfather were also tea planters during the British time. So let me just put a small share of our brand on the screen so that it's easy to follow along. Uh, so again, even from our logo, what we created was to sort of tell the customer about our heritage and our brand and give an immediate sense of what our story is about. So in terms of what we tried to solve was even in Sri Lanka, being a tea exporter and being known for its tea, there was no real place to have a good cup of tea. I mean, all the roadside shops may be having a certain form of tea that was being served, but even at a hotel, you wouldn't find a good cup of tea being served correctly. So that was one of the key problems that we saw, as we need to do something about this, being a country that is known for its tea. So in terms of what we do, apart from giving a good tea experience, is that we do all the steps required when it comes to even brewing the tea, so that the customer is not involved so much in the deep tea brewing process. So the ultimate outcome for the customer is a really good cup of tea. So this is a very brief introduction about our family history, whereas we've had this passing of information and legacy over the years. So just to put on some pictures and faces, so my great grandfather was also into tea planting, grandfather was also into tea planting, and my father has been into the tea export side of it since 1986. And so we have a very established route in terms of sourcing all the different teas from Sri Lanka and making these perfect blends that we ultimately serve to the customer. In terms of our outlets, we started off in 2014 at the center of Colombo, and we have gone through a lot of, I would say, turbulent times in the last 10 years with COVID, and we had economic crisis and all those things. So we were one of the key brands that stood out across all those time frames and really held our ground. So now we are in the point where we are expanding even further through franchising even in Sri Lanka, and we are glad to partner with Franchise India for as in for the expansion in India. I think for the expertise side, I'll actually get Munif to just come in and explain about our teas and expo piece that we have created. So let me just get Munif on the call.
Hi, my name is Munif. I'm the head of operations, who's handling the operations. I will carry forward from now. Like we are expertise in teas. Mostly our every teas are taking from auctions and selecting by our MD personally involving that quality of the product. He's selecting and we do at our own labs to test the quality, and we selective and do our own factory to be a high quality product of teas. And we do have 20 variety of teas which is on our menus, and we are stick with that. And we same time we do saving the coffees and some food categories which even match with the tea and food coffees. And we have currently leading cafe in Sri Lanka which is based on tea, and we are the one started beginning of tea based cafes in Sri Lanka, and we our plan to bring the tea to the world with the authentic method of Sloan tea preparations. So we are our target of customers is like even the younger Gen Z people, even for the all of category people, because of everyone love tea. I hope in India, chai is very unique name and it's an emotional of tea. And we preparing a tea with authentic method, which is Sloan authentic method of teas we are preparing. So that is our product knowledge. And thing is, we are planning to expand with India, with the Indian market, which is I hope love Ceylon tea, and Ceylon tea will be very matched to the Indian market, which will be the unique product. Also, same time we planning to come with the coffee and food, which will be matched with that. So this is our product things. And when we go with our business product, this one module, I think Rahul will explain a lot regarding the module things. But we have five type of variety of cafes, which will be come with the full fledged of cafes and mall based cafes, and also some of small mini cafes will be there, and others will be cart and stalls. So this is our module of cafes which we're planning to expand in India. And our main target to be like expanding the operations to be 200 outlet in 2030-35 will be our target. And our main support will be, we hope Franchise India will be the biggest support, will be around 100 to 150 outlet will be from that. And India is one of our bigger market. So we will go ahead with that first step to the India. India will be give a big support to us. And I hope Indian investors will love to come with the Ceylon tea to bring to their customer base, which with the unique way of Sri Lankan preparation method, which will be unique to the India. And I think this is the first cafe, Sri Lankan based cafe will be launching tea based cafe in India. And we keep our qualities, like personally, our managing director, who's founder and managing director, will be involving for the every quality of product. We're exporting teas to the India from our own selective products to the India. We maintain our quality of products. It will be guaranteed quality, and we do our own factory, so which will be making a personal involvement on the tea product. And the food wise, if we go, it's a matching food will be go with which product will be matching with the tea. Then if we go with the cafe operations, we fully supporting the cafe operations of all the SOPs, support of Franchise India. And if we go with our teams, we have achieved in 2025 or since 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Continuously 5 years, our teams are getting a Tea Master champions in Sri Lanka. So we do a proper training to our team with who's and providing a champions and masters in tea. So we hope to same knowledge to share with our franchisee teams to be, and even we go with the foods unique master chefs who's having a good knowledge at products. We are sharing with that training to the all the investors. So that will be support to the growth brand. And if we go with our product, we do have a retail teas, which will be unique teas. It will be selective flavors, will be silver tip, which will be a expensive and good product. And we have standard 36 will be our signature tea, which will be come with milk tea, which can go as a chai. And even we can go with the correct tea, which will be famous product of that. And also the masala chai, which will be also having with the standard 36 milk, which is a blend of our founder in Sajeev De Silva. He personally select this product and his own favorite product, this one. So it's a personal blend with high grown and low grown. You can't find it anywhere. This is a personally made of product by his favorite product, and which is already famous in Sri Lanka. We do a plenty of cups, and every day, and we have regularly more than 11 years customers who's every morning and evening having a tea at Tea Avenue because of our blend and quality of product. So we do have some others like matcha, cheese tea, and we do a lot of varieties of product with the teas. We have cheese tea, which is introduced by our director and founder who's personally involved this innovation of product. So we have innovation tea, iced teas. You can get it other than good product because of his involvement is there is mostly. So because of these products are selectively personally his involvement on all things. Matchas, we are importing a high quality matchas, and you can get it the best quality of matcha and iced tea. And even cake products are personally we are making on that product, and our knowledge will be transferred to all the franchisee investors, which will be very helpful to them to get for this product to the India. So we keep on high quality all the time, which will be support to the growth of business. So these
Just to touch on the retail range as well. So these will be the retail products that we have along with the stores, which will add on to, apart from the cafe sale, it will add on to for home use as well. So either for gifting as well as home use, this retail range will also be available for anyone investing. The Franchise India team talk about that. Shall we hand it over to you all to talk about the business model side of it?
Rahul, would you like to talk about?
Yes. So, hey guys, good afternoon, everyone. And first of all, happy Ganpati to everyone who joined this webinar through Zoom or YouTube. So, as I said, as Sonia ma'am said, the Franchise India is the master franchisee for developing this brand. So, the beauty of Franchise India, if you're choosing this brand, so we are not only just selling the franchisee to you, but we are also helping in terms of developing your store. So guys, we have two different type of models are there. And when you're choosing the franchise, you always think about the legacy. And this brand have one of the great legacies since 1936. 89-year-old brand. And they are continuing the fourth generation who want selling this same business. So not talking about the support system. What support system is provided by the Tea Avenue team along with the franchisee. The first and the most important is the location where we want to start. So the location where we are targeting an IT hub, we are targeting a corporates, We want to open on a high street, and we can also open on the highway. So the location support will always be taken care by both the party. When I said the both the party, the meaning if someone's coming with their own location, so we have to check the location as per the brand value, how much business they can do. Once the location is approved, then the second and the most important part is coming in the project management. So our teams are present across various parts of the country who can also support you into the project part. The project means the interior of the shop. So we can share you the design, and after the design, the interior will be also taken care by us. Or else you can also do the interior by your own vendor, but the design will be shared. After the project, then the third and the most important is the kitchen equipment. All the kitchen equipment will be supplied by us, because we want to make a project in less period of time. Once the property is approved, then the time frame to open the store, we always keep 45 to 60 days. After that, supply chain. So here the 100% supply chain will be managed by a company where we have three different types. The packaging material that will be supplied by us. In terms of the food products, we have a tea which will directly supply from the brand. Then we have a food item. So when I'm talking about the food item, we have a different menu for a different model, and we can discuss detail in what model we have or what type of menu we are keeping. And the last, not the least, is called as the training and the hiring of the staff, because it is a quick service restaurant. So we require not a high skilled labor, but we require some people who can work with us. And there will be different team size depending upon the which model you want to work. And the last is called as the marketing support. So when marketing word is coming, marketing is a two type. So when you're opening the store, the launch activity will be taken care by us. But when the store will be open, then the local store marketing will be borne by the franchisee owner. We can support them at the back end, but the costing will be taken care by the local franchisee. Now coming back to the model, what type of model we have? As this, there is a two model. One is called as the area franchisee, and second we call as the single unit franchisee or the multiple unit franchisee. And what is the ideal profile for the franchisee? Someone would say, ki, if I want to take the franchise, who will? The guy will have some passionate. They want to start something in F&B business. They want to start something as second source of income, because everyone know they want to take the second source of income. Even the someone would say, ki, I have my good location. I can operate this business because it is a franchisee owned, franchisee operated model. We are supporting you in all the processes. But at the end of the day, the rental will be borne by the franchisee partner, electricity will be borne by the franchisee partner. In terms of the salary of the staff will be borne by the franchisee partner. Being a brand, they will charge a minimum 7% on a monthly, which is the royalty. Because if any F&B business is taking the royalty, they will also support on monthly basis how to improve your sale and how the customization of menus. So coming back to the again the model, one is called as the area franchisee. Someone would say, I want to take some area franchisee. For an area franchisee, we need an operator mindset who can operate and who can also develop a multiple store with the franchise India, along with the T Avenue team. So in terms of area franchisee, someone can open their own store. In terms of the development, the franchise India will also support them, and that is the beauty of the franchise India and the T Avenue team. And then there will be a different structure in terms of the franchisee fees, in terms of the royalty. For the area franchisee, we are happy to discuss. We are ready to give some city partner where someone can become a city partner. They can operate a cell phone store. After that, there will be a sub-franchise. For each city, or we can say for each district or each state, we'll have a different pricing structure. For the area franchisee, we can directly discuss. Now, coming back to the unit franchisee, we have a three model in a unit franchisee. Bharat, can you just move to the screen? Next page. This, Bharat, you're on mute. No, go to the last. Last. No, last. The same screen there, where the master franchisee and all the things are mentioned. Model wise. Okay. So just stop.
Yeah.
So guys, we have a three model. The first is called as the, we can say as a takeaway model that can be worked in IT hub or maybe in a mall where the area requirement will be around 250 to 400 square feet. In this model, we are keeping a takeaway, basically the tea, coffee, and we have some food items. So when our food items are there, there's a frozen food item is there where we can deliver to the goods. The area requirement will around 250 to 400 square feet, and the overall investment would come around 28 to 30 lakh rupees is the overall investment. Out of which there is a one component is called as a franchisee fees. The franchisee fees is for 5 years. Every 5 years, the renewal of an agreement. The second model which I want to say, we can go with a cafe culture. In cafe culture, the area requirement will goes to 500 to 1,000 square feet. Here we have a mixed type of menu, and we are also keeping some merchandising. So as Mr. Manif say, we have a lot of varieties of product which is coming from a T avenue. This product will be available for the customer who can take the product and they can use. So in second model with an area requirement of 500 say 1000 square feet, the investment would come around 45 to 50 lakh rupees. And out of which 7% is the royalty, which is an extra, which will be charged on a monthly basis. And there is a one component called as a franchisee fees, which is a 10 lakh rupees. And that is initially valid for a 5 year. After 5 years, again a renewal of the franchisee fees with some component which is 30%. The case is a full-fledged menu. It's a area requirement will be around 15 and it's a 2000 square feet. And you know, in India, the cafe culture is going next level. You see a lot of cafes are coming in tea and coffee. They have a space of average space. They're targeting 15 to 2. As the area increases, your investment will go around 60 to 70 lakh rupees. Now in tea avenue, we have a 4 category of the products are available. First is called as a tea. Varieties of teas are available. We can say the specialty tea. Second is called as the beverages item, which is a cold and hot beverage item. Then we have a pure dessert section. We have a vast variety of dessert sections are available in our menu. And then we have a food item. So we are keeping a gourmet food item and some frozen food item, which will be available depending upon the model we are keeping. In terms of the backend support, so again the supply chain will be managed by us. When I said us, it means the Franchise India team as well as the T Avenue team. In terms of the manpower, it's a quick service restaurant. For the first model, which is called as the takeaway model, we require 3 to 4 manpower. For the second model, if I want to say, for 500 to 1000 square feet, 6 to 8 manpower. For the third model with the size of 1500 to 2000 square feet, the team size will be around 10 to 12 manpower. So we will divide and we can train such a people. 360-degree training will be done so that if anyone is leaving, so we will not dependent upon the manpower. So these are the 3 model in a unit franchisee. And someone want to say, okay, I want to take the territory rights. We are happy to discuss on the territory right. But we need an operator mindset who can operate this brand with us, because it is not a relation of 1 year or 2 years. We are coming for 5 years. After 5 years, again a renewal of an agreement, and they can also support to the sub franchisee store which is coming under your reason. So this is a 2 model. Over to you, Bharat, for the next course.
Right. Thanks so much, Rahul. Sajeev, we can continue with the rest of the slides that we have.
I think rest of the slides are what we discussed just now. In terms of apart from India, I think taking our brand will have a longer term vision, because we are going to be pushing this brand not just in India but across the world. So you're taking on a brand that is not just going to be part of Sri Lanka and India only. The other subcontinent will also know T Avenue as a brand, and we are looking at essentially opening T Avenue across the world. So you'll be part of this global story, and we want you to be part of this story. And India, we are focusing on tea drinking countries, and I think tea has not where it's not ultimately served properly and experienced properly. So this is a good opportunity for anyone interested to step into take on something at a premium level. Even though we say premium, we are basically offering a good cafe experience. And even if you can see the picture, this is how our stores look in Sri Lanka. So it's a very cozy, nice environment to either meet up with your friends, do some work, or basically enjoy a good cup of tea while enjoying your day. So we want to take this to India first, and I think India will really help us to set the stage, because India drinks so much tea and we want to be part of that. So I think that's about it from the slides.
Absolutely. Agree, Sajeev. Now, I would also request all the viewers, in case if you have any question, you please start putting it into the Q&A box, right? And we will now take them up. Meanwhile, I got a question. Someone is asking about the menu and the price in India. Would you be able to,
So we don't want to take it at
is not a discussion we want to do at this moment. So friends, just to quickly recap the entire presentation, thank you so much, Saji, for your remarks. So if you look at the Ceylon tea, this is one of the finest teas globally, and today a global export brand, which is known for purity, it is known for quality and flavors, and it is also certified origin brand. And the tea quality, the authenticity is something which is of utmost importance. At Tea Avenue, the quality begins at the source. And like what we also heard, Sajeev directly gets involved in ensuring that only the freshest and the most flavorful teas make to the customer's cup. They have a dedicated team of certified tea masters and national tea champions. And the tea masters and the champions in India also will be trained in the same structure and on the SOPs as that has been done in Sri Lanka. The menu overall covers a good and a very extensive range of teas and beverages, which is a wide selection from the classic Ceylon to creative herbal blends. It also has food comfort cafe. It is an all-day breakfast, dessert, and food. The ambience, so to say, like I said, is very vintage-inspired interiors with a lot of mock tea chairs to all Ceylon tea photos, products. We have cozy corners, as I've been that we have done there, and a lot of nostalgia decor, which has also been which works a big socializing place and equally for work. The menu concept overall, I would say, has three large offerings. So we have signature teas, which includes your traditional black, green, white teas to unique blends, which include your standard 36, your standard 66. We have blooming teas as well. And second comes our fusion and modern drinks. Again, we have a very extensive menu, which includes our tea mocktails. We have cold brew teas. We have milkshakes. And then comes our food pairing, which includes the entire all-day breakfast. It has a lot of comfort food that we include in our menu, and the desserts. And all the food that we have on the menu, they are curated to complement the tea. And the positioning, I would say, for Tea Avenue, it fills a very big gap between the casual cafes and the high-end, I would say, five-star lounges. And it markets itself as both authentic because the brand is heritage-driven and trendy because it also reaches out to and resonates with the modern millennials and the lifestyle as a cafe brand. And there are three formats that we're offering. We have an express format, which is largely for corporates, but that is not the first location we want to open. Our larger focus is, I would say, high streets and mall locations. And the minimum area requirement can be anything between 600 square feet to a full-fledged 1,500 square feet. We'll have the entire menu being done. While we're looking at unit partners, but if we have great partners who bring in that capability to also develop the brand in their territory, we'll be open to discussing any larger territories. But at this point in time, we want to take one partner at a time and bring complete focus on operations. Having said that, we'll also welcome any multi-unit operators who want to take more than one locations where you can club corporates, you can club malls and also high streets. The overall investment would range from, I would say, 35 to 65 odd lakhs. But our first location in the city will not be a corporate. Somebody who takes multiple locations, a corporate can be an added location they would take. Our focus largely is doing more street locations. Right? So friends, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You have Rahul's email ID and contact, which he shared in the chat box. You can reach out to us at Franchising and Fran Global. We are present across the country. We have our teams which are there in all the cities. I see some of the cities which are also mentioned. So we have our teams all across the city. In this month alone and the coming month, Rahul would be traveling to all cities, including even Bangalore, Hyderabad. In fact, we have a show in Bangalore. Friends, that's very, very important. All our friends who've joined in from Bangalore, we have a very large exhibition that is happening on 30th and 31st of August. It is happening in BIEC. We expect about 8,000 investors from across South and Karnataka to come to the show. And Tea Avenue is launching for the very first time in the show. So we'll have the honor of having the management and team of Tea Avenue at the show. Rahul will also be present in the show. So all our friends, especially who've joined us from South, I would say that don't lose this opportunity of meeting the brand in person. So we're doing a big, large experiential booth in the show. If you want more information, please reach out to us. But like I said, we have our teams across all cities and we are happy to meet in person post we qualify your profile. So before we close, Sajeev ji, would you want to give maybe a last remark and closing remark? I'll also request Jivika ji to also give any closing remarks to the audience which have come today. And equally, Nazir bhai, I'll give it back to you at the end.
Yeah, thank you very much for everyone who joined. We are excited to take our brand to India and looking forward to meeting you in person at one of the shows coming up and also share our experience and hopefully a cup of tea.
Absolutely. Look forward to welcoming you, Sajeev. Thank you. Mr. Jivika, would you want to add?
Yeah, thanks a lot again for, this lovely presentation, and we are looking forward for this Indian penetration. Like Sajiv said, this is the start of our global expansion. So let's start with this and let's look forward, what takes up there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nazir bhai, any last words from you?
Yeah, for the Indian investors, I think this will be a unique opportunity. There may be quite a lot of chai shops, but Tea Avenue is a unique brand, a Ceylon tea. It will be a good experience for the Indian investors and consumers.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Bharat, over to you. And friends, reach out to us for any questions that you might have. We'll be happy to share as much as information that we feel is required at our initial qualifying stage. Bharat, over to you.
Right. Thanks so much, ma'am. And thanks so much, everyone. I mean, Tea Avenue is just not a premium tea cafe brand from Sri Lanka, but also it represents the Sri Lankan authentic tea culture with a modern cafe vibes. The brand has flexible store format, a wide range of food and tea options, and strong support for the franchise partners. Since it is looking for the expansion globally, it is indeed a great opportunity for the Indian market as well. Since we not only have a huge population, but we also have a huge number of tea lovers. So I think you will really have a great the taste, right? That too from Sri Lanka, one of the largest exporter of tea. So that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much, Sanjeev and the team for joining this webinar and talking about the brand and the business opportunity you are providing to Indian consumers and the investors. Right, I really appreciate you. Thanks so much, Rahul, Sone ma'am, and Nazir ji, representing franchise India and Friend Global from our side. Thanks so much, and that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much, all the viewers. In case if you would like to get in touch with us, I'm just putting the number. I mean, Rahul, although have already shared the number in the chat box, you can connect with him. He is handling the Pan India expansion for this brand, and you of course can have a word with him even after this webinar, and we can have more detailed discussion about the brand. So, so that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore the another business opportunity. Take care. Till then.